everybody. I'm here with my new friend, Bill Marks. Bill is exhibiting here at the Christian International Apostles and Prophets Conference, and so I wanted you to take a look at his wife's amazing body of work. She was a fine artist, and I just wanted him to share some of her amazing story with us.
Sure, I'd be glad to.
Tell us a little bit about Leslie.
Leslie started doing prophetic art in the spring of 1985, and when she said to me, "This is prophetic," and I said, "So prophetic art?" And she said, "Yeah." That was the first time I had ever even thought of that concept. And we didn't know anybody else at the time. There may have been other people that early that were doing that type of art, but we didn't know of them. And so through the years, we got a lot of acceptance from the prophetic stream in the church, but the traditional stream, I'm not sure they still don't get it.
Yes.
But it's interesting. It's interesting to see how people react to the art. A young man came in here today and he said, "I keep coming and standing in the presence of this because I sense the presence of God here." And that's exactly what our goal has been for the past 35 years now, 35 plus years. And so yes, that's kind of the way it started. She was a lifelong artist, started drawing and painting when she was just a little child, 3-4 years old. And her favorite gift at that time for Christmas or any birthday, whatever, was a ream of paper and colored pencils. And so that was her beginning in her early adult life. She was a model. She got away from art, and then she got back to it when she was 36 when we got married. And for half of her lifetime, she was a prophetic artist.
I love that because, as you all know, I'm always talking about my little struggle with God is prophetic art legitimate? Is that a thing, Lord? And I love that I met Bill because when you look at her body of work, I just realized that we have so much in common in terms of how God would show us things. So is there a particular piece like that you could think of that you want to tell the story of for everyone?
Well, this one is one, it's called Sons of Thunder. And Sons of Thunder was actually painted here during a time of drought in Georgia, all over the southeast really. And as we were leaving our church the Sunday before we drove down here, one of the prophets at our church said to Leslie, "You need to paint rain to break this drought." So we were coming down and she said, "I wanted to paint horses, but David said I need to paint rain." And I said, "Well, just pray about it. God will show you what to do." So she sketched in the horses. The water was not there yet. And then she painted that largest bolt of lightning up there and stood back away from it to look at it. And it thundered outside in the natural. And that week from Tuesday night through Friday morning, it rained 12 inches.
Wow.
And so the lightning representing the rain, and you can see in the painting the sheets of rain coming down, was very much like it was here that week. And men were going out to get their car and pull it under the drive-through so the wife wouldn't get wet. They were taking off their shoes and holding up their pant legs, sloshing through the water.
Wow.
And so that one, I think, embodies a lot of how art impacts. We found out later that Jane Hammond, Apostle Jane Hammond, had prophesied on that Sunday that there was going to be rain, but there was no rain in the forecast. And so it all materialized that week. And so her prophecy, Leslie's demonstration or creative art of that prophecy that she didn't even know about, because we weren't here when she made that prophecy. So that's one that really just, she loved color. You can see the color in this one's called Wind and Fire of Pentecost, and it's a beach scene, but it could be any beach. It's not necessarily the beach here in North Florida. And the colors are so dynamic there. And it's just, I can imagine myself sitting on that beach looking at that. Maybe it's the beach at Sea of Galilee. I don't know. She never said it was any particular beach, just a beach. And out of heaven comes the wind and fire.
Gorgeous.
She did some really large pieces that are, I don't have the originals here. These are all prints, incidentally. But the largest original she did was 10 feet by 10 feet. And it's in a church in Bethlehem, Georgia. And it's of the nativity scene. And on the opposite wall of that relatively new church, now it's probably 35 years old now, but is another painting of the Ascension that she did. So
beautiful. Yeah, well, thank you for giving us some of your time. I know we're in the process of starting to break down and unpack everything, but I wanted you to be able to meet Bill and learn about Leslie and the legacy that she's left with all of this amazing artwork. What's the website again?
Visualpraise.com.
Visualpraise.com, so you definitely want to go to her site and support. There's still prints and things available, so you can get reproductions. Incredible, incredible art. And so we're just so thankful for her legacy.
And I thank you for sharing this for me.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.